Welcome back to the Couples Couch. Do you want to jump into our TV lineup recap and kind of share? We usually don't have Monday stories Monday night stories for Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Monday night stories for Tuesday morning.
We know there's not a lot on, but we do want to start with one thing of Traitors.
Yeah. Oh yes. Has anyone been watching Traitors? I've been loving it, honestly.
Traitors has been sending me. I think we're in a new level of reality TV of like, what do we do with all these reality stars that need to work?
Reality star cast-offs, kind of.
We're missing stuff, SAG, we stand with the AFTRA, but we needed shows to watch.
Yeah.
We can't be outdoors all the time.
No, that's so true. But I will say, we did, before season 2 dropped, we heard it was going to be good, so we did try to go back and watch season 1. I don't know that you need to do that because we didn't finish it.
No, we didn't finish season 1.
It was okay. It was fine.
But season 2...
Season 2 has been serving.
And if you are, reality TV fan, there's something in there for you because it's Survivor, it's MTV shows. Yeah. CT is on there, and CT was, originally on Real World Paris, and then was Challenge, and now... Have you seen how much What Happens Live? What Phaedra called CT something.
I did. That had me dying. Phaedra, anytime she speaks, I'm on the floor. I'm undone. That lady is so funny.
And she was with Candace Dillard Bassett.
Which is also another favorite of mine. She's so funny, too.
Yeah, she's so funny. They're both read queens. Honestly... Read queens. We should give them a show called Two Readers.
Two Readers. But yeah, what did she call him? I forgot.
She called him her castle daddy. She said, oh, CT, I love CT. He's my castle daddy.
Her castle daddy.
And she said it in her most Phaedra way. Her perfect Phaedra voice and inflection. Oh, she kills me every time.
Yeah, and didn't she say that they had a love connection, which I loved?
I think so. Maybe it was a love connection.
Yeah, because I think he said something first, tell me something about CT. And she was like, oh yeah, we had a love connection.
Oh yes. It wasn't a love fest. I just wanted
he's my castle daddy, which... Obviously, on the floor, tears.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, my castle daddy, Phaedra, a castle daddy in Scotland.
Phaedra.
Ooh, I love that, Phaedra.
Yeah.
Get your coins,
Phaedra. Oh, there's the Bachelor people, too, on there.
Yeah, Bachelor, Peter.
Annoying
Peter. Not annoying. Peter, and actually, I was telling you about my friend, I won't mention their name, but
Redacted.
That's one of our, that's one of the ways we bonded was watching The Bachelor. And
seeing
yes,
how horrible, I know exactly who you're talking about, too.
Peter was, and so just, he seems like he's a little bit more decisive now than he was on The Bachelor. So that's...
Oh yeah, didn't we hear something came out that he might be dating Ekin-Su allegedly?
Not Ekin-Su, poor baby Ekin-Su.
I didn't. I think that came out, but
no,
again, we don't know.
Well, you know what? I hope so. Peter's dated a lot of women. I've watched him do that.
Yeah, on The Bachelor, right?
And you know what?
Did he choose someone that season?
He did choose someone, but then they broke up, literally the day after, or on the TV. I think it was Hannah Ann or something. I don't remember. And then he was with Kelly, I think was her name, and she's
who's Kelly?
She was a lawyer. She was bad to the bone.
Oh,
he did not deserve her.
Wow. Well, he let her go. That was a mistake.
I mean, she was working at her family's firm, but
well, still.
But
still, Nepo baby.
Yeah, she was bad to the bone, full, just he didn't deserve her. They've broken up a couple of times. They've been off and on together.
Really?
Yeah, can't.
But they're gone. They're not together.
Yeah, they're gone now. Gotcha. I think it was Kelly Flanagan, actually.
Cool. Well, shout out to Kelly Flanagan and her family's law firm. We love you.
I think they're in Florida.
The Flanagans in Florida.
Florida Flanagans, thank you for your service in the Bachelor franchise.
True. Yeah, who else is on the show? I'm trying to think. Okay,
Traitors. So... we have Sandra from Survivor. If you're a Survivor fan.
She's the queen of Survivor. You already know. We don't have to tell you.
Yes. Trishelle from The Challenge / MTV. If you know
I don't know
MTV.
From her, really, but...
I do know from her, but I watched those shows a lot as a kid. Me and MTV were tight.
I knew CT, though, from MTV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. I just don't recall her. That's all.
I will say there's probably a lot of blondes that looked alike at that time. That was the for real social standard.
Yeah.
Just blonde, blue eyes, and you're in.
You're on MTV. Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, actually.
Mm-hmm. Categorically thin.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't that the name of the doc we watched? We'll get into that.
No, that was basically the name of the documentary we watched last night.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in just a minute. It's almost the perfect segue. But yeah, Traitors has been so good. It has, so every night, if you're it comes out every Thursday, but every night that we watch the show, the Traitors, and then there's the Faithfuls.
Right.
The Faithfuls are people who they don't know who the person is killing off people. Killing off just means they go home.
Well, the traitor is the murderer.
And the traitor murders them.
Can you say murder? I don't know. Redacted.
Redacted. We don't know. Basically, it's all fake. It's all fake. But it's hilarious. And, like, you see people doing gameplay of people that, like, actually know each other in the house.
Yeah, it's like social gameplay. And you're trying to just, like, convince this person that you are not the bad guy, basically. Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, reality show Big Brother, but shorter, which I really appreciate, because Big Brother is a lot of commitment.
More dramatic, and I will say, like, the Scottish, like, area is gorgeous. Like,
and I love the host. He's absolutely wild.
Andy, what's his name? Something Cummings is his last name.
Alan
Cummings, yes.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Yeah, and he serves us fashion.
He gives us fashion and drama.
Yeah, like, what else could you want?
Yeah, no, he's great. We love him as a host. Congrats to Alan Cummings and the Traitors. So, anyways, if you're not watching, you're missing out. You should
catch up now. I think the season finale is like this weekend, next week.
Imagine how lucky are you if you can actually watch this all in one big segment. I'm jealous.
Because we honestly wish we could couch potato it and like just do nothing and watch it. That would be fab, because I hate waiting every week for our Traitors to come in.
Yeah, it's not ideal. But
yeah, so that's our plug for the Traitors. We love Phaedra Parks, Castle Daddy. She's also on Married to Medicine. She's also on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you all know and love this woman.
Phaedra, for sure. Yeah, Phaedra's a queen.
Yeah, and so we were talking about categorically stereotypicals. It came in quickly. So do you want to talk about what we watched last night?
Yeah, so
we watched like this Impact.
Last night was a rare night for us.
Yeah, we don't,
because we usually don't have like an open spot in our roster in our TV lineup, because we've planned it out so beautifully that usually there's something there every night. But we didn't have anything last night. So KB had told me about
this like Impact in like Nightline, I think.
Is it Dateline? Nighttime? We don't know.
I think Dateline's way too serious.
We know for a fact it is on Hulu, and if you type in Ozempic like we did, you'll find it.
Yes. And Heather Gay was the star of that show.
Yeah, Heather Gay from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake. Yeah.
Yes.
Heather Gay. We love Heather Gay. She's so funny. She's always kind of been, in my opinion, like the best friend of that show, like the voice of reason, like the ethos, the heart of the show. Like she gives me Salt Lake. And not in like a rude way, you know what I mean? But like she just is like that kind, genuine, like I would want to be friends with Heather Gay.
And when Heather Gay messes up, I feel like Heather Gay attempts to own her mistakes.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what, like, I really enjoy about her, is that, like, she's like, actually, I'm sorry, I wouldn't do that. Like, it sounds like she hears people, and, like, maybe that's just her appeasing in the end, but I do feel like she, like, tries to hear people and tries to, like, make positive, conscious changes towards good.
Towards good, absolutely. And we both listened to her book. And it was great.
It was so great. I loved Bad Mormon. It was so good. And just like, it explained so much about Mormon culture. And honestly, it explained a lot about the Black Eye to me. And we won't get into the Black Eye tonight, but like...
the Black Eye.
Yeah, just like knowing like how much secret she had to keep, how much she wasn't allowed to share. She's already been ousted from her community. It's such a huge way.
Yeah.
Like...
Truly.
Like, I can't be ousted anymore. Will people even believe me? I'm riding hard for this friend. That's not really her friend, but she's lost all of her other friends.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, she's just such a ride or die, and we relate to that, so I think that's why we love her so much.
Yeah.
Because, like, we really ride for the people we ride for.
Yeah, we do.
And it's been sad to see her have to cut people off, because we had to do that, too.
Yeah, cutting people off is healthy.
It's good. It's good for you. But,
yeah. So, yeah, she gets into the story last night, sharing about just, like, she started taking Ozempic, and people were like, what?
Well, she kind of said, like, she would go to parties and see everyone was so thin. And we've actually seen Crystal kind of address this on Beverly Hills, too. Like, whenever... It's a through line. It's a through line. Thank you, a through line. Whenever Erica shows up at the event and Kyle calls her, like, the incredibly shrinking woman. And she's like, I also want to be the incredibly shrinking woman. And, like, she even said at the reunion, like, it's hard for her to, like, focus, or not at the reunion, but recently she said it's like hard for her. Maybe it was at the after show.
I don't know if it's the after show, or they're on the reunion. I don't know if it was a clip we saw, but yeah, she did talk about like just like the noise of all of that, and I can't imagine that battle in
your own head. Yeah.
But Heather also talked about the battle in her head. It's like the opposite of an appearance from Brixane.
Yeah, I'm like, if you heard that was Brixane. We'll address him later too.
Yes,
he is part of this podcast. We should have introed him. Whoops. Oh.
Yeah, no, she talked about that though, and sharing that she also had those battles in her head, and she's always like taking fat jokes on the chin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Heather Gay. Yeah, Heather Gay did say that. She was like, I knew that was like kind of my role. Like I was walking into the room and people would comment and say something, and like she would just have to accept, and like what, like, that is so defeating. I can't even imagine, like, to just feel that way all the time of, like, this is my role, this is what I have to do, not, like, this is who I am, this is who I get to be because you're told something based on the way you look. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and she talked a lot about, like, breaking that down, and towards the end of that, like, how do you explain that to your daughters, the nuances of being a strong, powerful woman?
And her having 3 daughters.
And so, it was actually really good. And there was so much of it that I just resonated with, of, like, Heather talked about, like, buying clothes or going into a store or, like, feeling accepted or seen. And, like, that, like, I fully understood of, like, I felt like I was treated better when I was, like, a size 8 to 10.
Really?
Absolutely. I was treated better as a human being.
Like, just going into stores? Or just in general?
Just general as a whole. Because I was, like, categorically more attractive, right?
Okay.
And just, like, when I would go into stores specifically, though, like, it would be, like, is somebody gonna help me? Like, when I was bigger. Even, like, when I've been, like, bigger recently. And, like, my weight has always fluctuated. And it's something I've always struggled with. And so, like, I really resonated with that and knowing, like, am I going to be able to go into the store and find something? Of, like, okay, like, I'm a size 12 right now. I know I can go into the store and find something. But when I was bigger, or even last year, when I was, like, 14, 16, I was like, I don't know if I can go in the store and find something. I don't know if I can help. Like, and are people going to judge me as I'm walking in the store?
Ooh,
and be like, oh, she's not going to buy something for her here. Like, those are things that I used to think. Yeah. And, like, it hasn't been, like, a thing really as, like, in my older adult life as much, but very much in, like, my younger life. And, like, it's just, like, the pain of, like, it's mental anguish to be like, am I going to be able to fit something in here? Is something going to help me? And, I completely get that. And knowing how people, like, treat you better based off of, like, your size. Even in the body positivity movement.
Because, like you said yourself, like, you felt more attractive whenever you were smaller, like, and you think that, and people gave you that energy too, like, they were, like, more receptive to you.
Absolutely.
Or, like, that's so interesting that.
No, your confidence, and then Dr. Pepper was on there.
Yes. Oh, the Dr. Pepper Schwartz from Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. The American version.
She looks like Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, especially now.
But she has a beautiful mountain home that I'm jealous of. I think she's, like, in Washington.
Yeah, it's stunning. Clearly we hang out a lot. But no, seriously, she talked about it and how, like, your identity actually changes.
Right.
As your, like, weight changes and, like, how you see yourself and the relationship you see with yourself. And honestly, like, after I...
We'll have to talk about that man in a second, but continue your thought.
Oh, yes. No, that was LOL. But no, seriously. And if I didn't, like, gain confidence, like, a few years ago and, like, start to, like, fall in love with myself in a different way, then, like, I don't know, like, how it would have impacted me, like, you know, like, especially, like, after we got married and things like that, like, how just, like, my body was, like, going through all kinds of things and struggling. And so, I completely get that. I get Heather's story. I get why people want to be and look thin and feel thin because of, like, the culture and what it says. And yes, we've been through this body positivity movement, and yes,
but she said it wasn't even real.
Right, exactly. And it's like, is it real though? Because, like, people say, like, do that, but what are they feeling on the inside? Because I was still cringing on the inside. Even when I was, like, a size 10, I didn't feel good enough or small enough.
Well, and they did talk about, yes, for sure. And then they did talk about, like, the impact of the drug Ozempic and, like, those others. What do you call them? The class whatever?
GLP-1.
GOP1. I thought that was, like, the gross domestic income. That's, like, where my mind went. What are they talking about? They kept calling them GOP1 drugs. So if you're like me and confused, that is, like, all of them. Like, Ozempic, basically. That's, like, the overarching name. But they talked about, like,
we're not
the
doctors.
Culture. Yeah, let's state that. Obviously. I don't even know these names. GOP1. So clearly I'm not a doctor.
GLL4,
exactly. But the impact on the body positivity movement that these drugs and, like, this kind of Ozempic wave has had on that movement. And I'm like, interesting.
Absolutely. And I think Heather said it best when she was like, what do you say to the people, which I'm not on Ozempic, but there's, like, no shade to people or, like, any type of drug that, like, can help you, like, feel in control of your body and, like, taking medical care, access to be in control of your body. Like, that's something I do, like, believe in.
Yeah, of course.
And so, like, she talked about, she was like, when people struggling, like, she was like, and they, like, have a thought about, like, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. I think she said it best when she said, then you've probably always been categorically thin.
categorically thin. And then she went on to, like, double down in the statement and say the fact that they would ask for my medical history or something to that effect.
Right,
you know,
something
like, whenever
that I need
this, like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. It's no one's business but your own, so.
No. Especially if America can't provide public health care.
Right.
Like,
facts.
and take your private, and we get, like, a lot of people, like, have access to that because of certain things, but take care of yourself. But I appreciated hearing Heather talk about it.
Yes, they talked about it from a lot of perspectives, which I appreciated. Like, even from, like, we got to hear from a man, which we'll talk about. No idea his name. Sorry. So
no
sorry
idea
to this
his
man.
name.
So sorry to this man. We don't know your name. But he was like, he had been married, what I gathered from his story, and they kind of tried to spin it like his... They tried to spin it like his weight loss is the reason his wife left him, but at the end it sounded like... he kind of said that he left her because he got confident. And I was like, excuse me? Right. And
he's like, I realized it wasn't working out anymore. And I'm like, question mark? This lady has been riding for you to get
and
healthy
had your
for
children?
Years?
Yeah, had your daughters? You're disgusting, sir. Get out of here.
Yeah, truly. And he was talking about her, like, how much, like, she would, like, try and support him, encourage him to, like,
to be healthier.
And try and figure out, like, ways that he could take care of himself. So that was a shocker for me.
That was the twist, honestly.
I'm like, hearing Heather Gay talk is always, like, one of my favorite things to listen to, just to see what she's gonna say.
Yeah, she is really smart and eloquent, and, like, the way she, like, connects and, like, puts things together, I'm like, oh, if only me.
Yeah. No. So, I really enjoyed it. It was on Hulu. It's not that long of a doc.
No, it's not. It's 30 minutes. It's less. And, I mean, if you have a commercial, like I said earlier, you should definitely be taking that time to riff with your partner.
Yeah, riff off.
To banter.
No, but and then I think tonight we have...
what do we have tonight?
Tonight we have coming up is VPR, which has kind of been the...
truly. Do you think they're going to pick up the pace at all, or no?
I hope they pick up the pace. And maybe, like, we'll get something better with... Maybe we'll get some more. I mean, Lala dropped that information this week. We talked about that in yesterday's episode about
Lala's
her pregnancy journey.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Lala Kent. We adore you.
Yeah.
But we have basically just VPR tonight. It's kind of been a snooze fest, so we'll see if it's our time to have the best day of our lives.
We'll know.
Just raise your glasses high.
This one's for you.
Tonight. With our water and coffee. Yeah, so...
Yeah, water and coffee clink.
Yeah. No, so VPR's coming up tonight, and then Wednesday night we have Beverly Hills and Survivor and Bet It All on Blonde and Love is Blind.
Bet It All on Blonde, yes. I'm excited.
So Bet It All on Blonde will probably come a little bit later because
Is that on Hulu?
Bet It All on Blonde, it's going to come out on Bravo. It's going to be like a Bravo special. It's going to be like Kenya's...
And if you don't know, that's Erica Jane. It's like her, like, road to her residency, I believe, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I think that's coming out.
Her Vegas residency.
So, I don't know. We probably won't watch that the first time. We'll probably watch that on Love is Blind. But
you'll get that later, but it's all happening.
It's all happening, Shishu.
Well, that was really fun.
That was fun. I love reality TV.
Yeah. Do we have any other current obsessions just besides reality TV, though?
Current obsession.
No. Well, I don't know.
Foam rolling at night.
Wait, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you have a foam roller in your house, we suggest before you go to bed, just cracking your little bones.
Yeah, making it feel good.
It
like
feels so nice. Stretches
loosen up
your
the
body.
shoulders, your legs if they're tight.
Nice and limber and
make
loose.
those IT bands limber.
Oh, I kind of hurt my IT band when you said that.
My IT band's hurting just from the mention of it.
Yeah, no, that's I guess our other like current obsession outside of reality TV. And that's such a good call.
That and like creating.
And I read last night.
What did you read? You're a reader?
Yeah. I read, I can't remember the name, but I read like 50, I'll report back. But I can't remember. Anyways, but I read like 15 pages in it. It was good.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm also reading right now. I'm reading two things. One thing is on Libby. It's Hillary Burton's book, Hillary Burton Morgan, because she's
that?
Oh my gosh, she's One Tree Hill, and there's actually a little bit of One Tree Hill drama right now with Bethany Joy Lenz. So
I know nothing about these people, but I know the drama. Why?
Yeah. So if you're an old One Tree Hill fan, I was such a stan. I had all the DVD sets. I watched the DVDs all the way through. I can tell you the music that's coming on in some of the episodes. I did it last week with a friend in New Orleans. Someone came on. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like
Wow, I love that.
It was a Fall Out Boy song, but I was just like, she's like, you know this? I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's from One Tree Hill. Like,
yeah, it is. I love her. She does so good at like connecting music to things, KB. So,
yes.
yeah,
Oh, thank you. I was like, you love the other person? I'm like, I love her too.
Yeah, we love her too, but I meant you.
Yeah, no, but the, so One Tree Hill was like this wild show, and now they're doing this podcast called like the Drama Queens podcast, because Drama Queens was like a piece of the show. Oh. Like something, I can't remember exactly that part, but yeah, Drama Queens was a piece of the show, and so it's Sophia Bush.
Yeah, I know her.
Hillary Burton Morgan.
Don't know her.
And Bethany Lenz, yes. And they're all like recapping, they're all on the show together, they're recapping the episodes, watching them back now. Well, yeah, so it's kind of fun.
I heard about this in the pop culture world. I didn't know it because it didn't connect to me, but I did remember hearing them doing a recap of their old shows, and I thought, wow, yes, make a coin.
Well, yeah, and like they're breaking it down from like the level
from their
of like
perspective,
yeah, and
which
it's
is so cool. I'm sure for fans especially.
Yes, to hear like what was actually happening. Like they had so much happening in their relationships. They were also in Wilmington, North Carolina. Shout out to my sister. We went and did a OTH tour before I left South Carolina.
That's cool.
We went and did like we went and saw Brooke Davis's house, which was Sophia Bush's house. We went to like the River Court, which had since been like demolished. But yeah, we like went and did all those things, and it was really fun to like have that with her. Shout out to my sissy girl. But yeah, so they're into a fight though, apparently, and we don't know where the fight stems, but Hillary Burton Morgan, who's married to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, so
Jeffrey Dean.
He is also like a known actor.
Jimmy Dean's fortune, is he related?
No, Jimmy Dean. Oh, I wish probably.
Hopefully.
We love
Jimmy Dean sausage.
I love a sausage like
we'll
not
sponsor,
sponsored.
We wish. We will do a live read for
breakfast.
You.
Yeah, she and Bethany Joy Lenz are in a fight, and it came out, it said something about Hillary Burton Morgan the same day that Bethany's book launched. Yeah. It's like coming out soon. It's like also something about a cult and being in like some type of religious cult while on a cult TV show. So I'm like, I'm gonna listen to that.
Obviously.
All things culty.
Yeah, gotta hear, gotta know.
Got to know. Just personal experiences just coming alive. Always gotta connect back with them. That's why we leave South Carolina, But yeah, so I say all of that to say they're in basically a fight. We don't know why. We don't know if the podcast will really come back, but if they have like a deal with iHeart, I think they have a deal with iHeart, so maybe they have to.
Yeah, but contractually, like,
who knows? But apparently, like, the book covers look the same. I think it's much deeper than a book cover. I think it has more to do with, like, political views and, like, taking a stand. Yeah. And that, like...
That can create rifts, for
That can absolutely create rifts. And
I mean, like, if you put your money where your mouth is, like, I will not go to my Spotify or my iHeartRadio contract. You know what I mean? Like, the person who... all people involved, like, that would be my stance. Like, I'm not gonna ride with them like that. Like, I'm not gonna go to I'm gonna pay out my contract because I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
And you know what? Like, we've kind of been in that situation before, putting our money where our mouth is, of not working at places because of ethics and things like that, and taking pay cuts because that's not like who we're gonna be. Yeah,
that's not what we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I love that. That was such a fun little rabbit hole.
Thanks. I know. Like, hope you all could keep up. But One Tree Hill, and so One Tree Hill, those characters would have been Peyton.
Okay.
Peyton Sawyer, which is Hillary Burton Morgan's character. I was such a Peyton stan. She was such like
Is that why you're reading her book?
Kind of, but also like she just is so interesting. Her book is called like Grimoire Girl, and she's talking a lot about like magic and things like that. But she's also like connecting it to like how like the world has basically just worked, and she takes about it from all kinds of things, from like she talks about it like in Appalachian culture and like how like Christianity was woven into that. Right. She talks about it from all kinds of cultures and like how things are woven in, and it's like really cool of just like it really like setting intentions at the end of the day, and like really going after what you want and being a fierce advocate for who you believe in. And so it's been a great book so far.
Well, good. I love that. I had two thoughts from that conversation.
Yeah, say more.
One, what like show would you want a recap of today? I already have mine. And then the other thought I had was, oh wait, I lost it. It might come back. So go ahead.
What are you gonna say? Unbreakable?
What is that?
Kimmy Schmidt.
Literally, no. That's what it should have been.
Unbreakable. God bless Titus.
No, yeah,
Titus and Andromeda, our
you
king.
changed my mind again. Yeah, Titus and Andromeda, our king. Yeah, I can never have enough of Kimmy Schmidt, and I don't really love their recreations of them, but if they came back as like a full cast to do like a full show, like that's different. But they've done like Kimmy's like adventure or something. I don't know. Not really for me. But the original show, yes, love, and that's the one I would want to back like hands like whatever podcast up, because Titus Andromedon came up with that song like on the
Pinot
fly.
Noir, yeah, and we got to hear it. Pinot Noir, mid-size car.
Well, he does say caviar somewhere.
He does. I think it actually goes Pinot Noir, caviar, and then it's like mid-size car. Yeah, it's
Neon bar. Who knows? Just right.
No, so yeah, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I thought that's what you were gonna say, but what were you actually gonna say?
I was actually gonna say The Office, because I low-key love The Office too, and that's just like such a man response.
And that was what that man looked like last night. Actually, taking it back to the Ozempic story.
The Ozempic man.
This man. I'm trying not to say MFer. This man literally looked like, I was like,
he looked like a Baroque Michael Scott.
I was like, is this play about us? Like The Office? Like I was like, he looks like Michael Scott.
A Baroque.
Well, Michael Scott looked like Baroque too back then.
No,
you know what? He's really had a.
Wait, maybe you're right. Maybe I just
really
always
had
think
a
of
glow
Michael
up.
Scott from after The Office, because he did.
Yo, what is that? Steve Carell.
Steve Carell
is like.
I bet you know what he did.
What?
He did that voiceover character probably for all those years, so he could just have his whole face redone. He has a whole new face, in my opinion.
Yeah, he looks beautiful now.
Or maybe even just got hair plugs.
That is not the Kelly Clarkson 40-year-old virgin.
Plugs, frankly, because if you go back and look at season 1 of The Office, his hairline looks thin, and maybe it's like the TV. Maybe they did something in Hollywood, or he grew it out. I don't know, because bangs will change your life.
I had a friend growing up, and their dad got hair plugs.
Oh yeah, and it was tragic. Yeah, but he has good hair plugs if he has a Michael Scott. He doesn't have the Rob Kardashian hair plugs, because we all know he has hair plugs too.
Poor Rob. Actually, I don't feel bad for Rob.
No,
I mean, actually, I don't know. I don't know what I feel.
I feel indifferent towards Rob.
Yeah, honestly, I just like it when he's off my TV screen, because we do watch the Kardashians back when there's nothing on still.
Yeah, truly, we will rotate them in always.
So yeah.
Okay, well, that was so fun.
I didn't share my TV recap, but actually, I did listen to Drama Queens for a little bit.
What's that?
Drama Queens, the Drama Queens podcast.
I don't know it.
It was the one we were just talking about.
Oh yes, hello. That's why I don't know it.
Yeah, with One Tree Hill. I did listen to that for a minute, but honestly, like, what would I want to see? TV recap?
Oh, yeah, what did you say? You didn't give an answer.
I didn't give an answer.
And I can't remember my other question still, so we'll just skip it.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what I would watch. What's like a show? Because I listened to the recap of One Tree Hill, and I loved it, but I just, like, couldn't keep up.
I'm like, maybe The Golden Girls?
Something
we're watching now too, though, I will say, is Capote. We do love Capote. If you're not watching The Swans, Capote versus The Swans on FX.
It's so good.
It also comes out on Hulu the next day. It's so good.
And you could take that show so freaking meta.
It's so meta. And like...
It is society.
It is society, yeah. So it's really good. And Ryan, what's his name?
Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy, Chef's Kiss. Delightful.
Ryan Murphy always ruining people's lives with roles, but man...
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Murphy, it is so meta, because Ryan Murphy has his own Swans. Did you not see his Architectural Digest?
I didn't.
Okay, so he had an Architectural Digest tour, and Kim Kardashian was, like, on there, and so was Emma Robertson, and it was, like, Kim, she was, like, me, and then she, like, also said the Swans, because the Swans actually did it.
Yeah.
Like, did, like, voiceover work, so, like, Diane Lane, those folks, Demi Moore, I think all those people were a part of, like, Ryan Murphy's, AD, like, thing, but, like, he has his own Swans in a way, of, like...
Oh, he's saying he is the Capote? He's
well,
like
I'm saying he's, like, this
Capote?
is... Yeah, I'm like, it's so meta, but somebody else said that about Andy Cohen.
Well,
of, like,
Andy
rigging
Cohen,
that up on a screen, and, like...
Andy Cohen wants to be more Andy Warhol, because he has, like, the Andy Diaries. Like, I feel like that's more his journey, but...
I agree. I think he is more Andy Warhol, but, like, he does, like... He's, like, very close to these women, and then, like, has to ask them really hard questions. He does his expose in a different way.
Expose in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, true, he does.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I don't think Andy is as... There's a lot of not great press about Andy. I love Andy Cohen.
A lot of press has been coming out about Andy. Similar to the one we talked about with Carl yesterday.
Yeah, he's our gay king of late night fun.
Yeah, he is.
Our Jewish gay king of late night fun. Yeah. Like, we love Andy Cohen.
Oh,
I love hearing...
Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah, and I love listening to his books. Like, those are books that we listen to.
Yeah,
we love listening to those books. Yeah. And if you have a Spotify Duo account, like, and you're paying more, like, you can listen to books for free, too, if you're not already...
Yes, please tell these people, because we didn't know for so long.
Yeah, so a Spotify Duo account, Tanner and I have that, and it actually, like, lets you listen to, like, 15 hours of audiobooks a month. So if you're Libby, you're running out of Libby, if you're not going to Libby using your public library, like, for books and reading, like, also check out Spotify. Like, it has all kinds of audiobooks on there. We listen to Stassi Schroeder's first book. We're also listening to Stassi Schroeder's second book. You are listening to something else on there. I don't remember.
I'm listening to some, like, Under the Radar Bravo book.
Oh, yeah, like some Housewives book?
Yeah. It's not the Housewives and Rosé. It's, like, some undisputed one.
Yeah.
Or disputed one from Bravo. But anyways, And I love that you did that free ad for Spotify. But Spotify, you can clip this, but please pay us.
Please pay us. Thank you. Thank you. Or at least don't make me pay for my Spotify membership.
At least give us a free Spotify
Please
account.
save me whatever 12 times 15 is a year.
That's
I don't do math.
We'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chef's kiss.
Chef's
that,
kiss. Yeah, I think
you feel good?
Yeah, that's like all of our obsessions at the moment.
I love being on the couch with you.
I know. Thanks for cuddling up on the couch with me, babe.
Yeah, cuddle up on the couch with us, and you can do that by listening.
Yes.
To our podcast on a daily basis. We're dropping it every morning. Mm-hmm. So listen there. If you are on social media, which you are, like, let's not pretend you all even have your Finsta account. Please follow us even from your Finsta.
Yeah.
And
even if you don't want to like it, save it.
Like, save, and put that thing on speed and listen to us to help us out. And we're on Instagram at the Couples Couch Podcast, and we're on TikTok at the Couples Couch Podcast. Talk to y'all soon.
Love you. Bye.